to the hybrid case management system, our system is a cloud-based system. So all you need is internet. You don't need anything else. So whether you're abroad, at home, in a different office location, you'll be able to access the system. So once you log in, we'll come across the firm dashboard, and then you'll have a personal dashboard. So the firm dashboard is usually just a summary of the cases that you have on the system. This is just to see how many cases you're registering on the system every month, every hour, sort of thing. So that way you can see what matters are being assigned, what matters are being dealt with, give your overview, how well you guys are doing. Then you've got the latest cases, consultations for the day, meetings for the day, documents requests. So you can request documents through the system for clients. Once they've given the documents, you can update the tab, documents received. So this comes in handy if you've got administrators or associates. They can sort of manage this part for you, and then tribunal and court applications and hearings. So once you lodge the application, you can update it here. Once you've got a hearing, you can update it here. We also have email integration. The personal dashboard is just basically like how you have calendar. It's something quite basic, but we've added it where you can create tasks and add things personally to you for you to do for clients. The part is just yours. So if you have different users, every user will have a different personal dashboard. Then email integration. So if you have email, usually you can add on a Gmail account, Office 365 or any other email. And doing that, you then can connect to your email and then connect. What that usually will do is all the emails that you normally get on your Outlook, it will come here. Then if it's got to do with a client, you can add it to their log. So the system will recognize the email that is, and then you can submit it and save it on the log. That way it's easy to copy emails, and then you can reply through the system as well. Or you can just use your Outlook, it's up to you, or your Gmail or Hotmail or whatever that you use. Okay, and then we've got client workflow, so you can add in your own workflow. Okay, so immigration, I mean, is fine, but in terms of conveyancing property law, you obviously have a strict checklist to follow. So like land searches and things like that. So you can create a workflow here. We have one already. We're struggling to get it up. So it's a matter workflow. Workflow usually means it have a step-by-step. Have you sent them the welcome email? Have you sent the check over? Have you sent them this? Have you done this task? So we have a checklist. So that way you can make sure that all the things that you're doing is on the system for like sales team, lead generation and opportunity workflow. But then you can have your own workflow as well. You don't have to use the workflow that we provide. Then we've got a communication center. So if you do have more than one user, you can upload posts here. So if there's changes in immigration law, property law, mortgages or whatever, you can upload all the posts here. So when your staff come in, they check the firm dashboard and they check the communication center, and they can see, okay, on this day you made an announcement, let's check what this announcement is. Then the other thing that we have is a chat box. If you have more than one user, you can talk to the colleagues on the chat box rather than clogging up their emails. Other things we have is an all matters page. So to navigate is quite easy. We've got settings here. We've got the red house where you go to the main dashboard, and then you go on matter management and then all matters. Once you do that, you'll come onto the main page that you'll be using throughout the day. On top, we've got a mini search bar. At the bottom here, we've got all the cases that are being registered. I'm sure you've noticed there's 3,483 pages already. Doesn't matter, we've got a sophisticated system where you can search someone with their client number, contact number, first name, last name, mobile number, address, postcode, who's created the matter, the date the case would have been opened. You can search by practice area as well. So all clients are easy to find on the system. And you can also click on these buttons. So if these are high priority matters, so no matter how many cases that you put on the system, terms, you can keep these green ones at the top, so no matter how many people you register, will stay at the top. To create a new client, you do new matter, and then you can click on a template. If you wanted a template, it'll come in, and then you can put in all the details, the client's details, and then you can save. One good thing that we have on the system is these pens. If you don't like the options that are here, if you click on the pens, you can fully customize what the system includes and doesn't. You can do more on the settings, but we'll go through that in some training to get included with that. So once you've set a filer, usually it looks like this. With the name at the top, this is the workflow, how it would look. And you can add things into the workflow if need be, but anyway, it gives you a timeline of the work being done, the client's details, and then we have a system here where you can send emails. So you can put up templates on the system, but if there is certain emails, you just click on the I and then you can just send to client. And then what happens is the system will record that you've sent these emails to the client. And then you've got a consultation feature where you can book and assign consultations onto a certain client and meetings. And then it will come up on your main dashboard for the day or on the All Matters consultation page. So on the All Matters page, we have consultations for the day as well. We don't have any, but then you can backdate what day you did have consultations, what day you did. The 18th, 2021, did you have any consultations? Okay, we had 3. 2 on the consultation, 1 cancelled and didn't go ahead. So that way you can keep tabs on making sales as well. And I'm going to go back onto the 5. Let's go to that one. You can generate contracts and client care letters through the system as well. You just click on generate client and contact client care letter. You can do fixed, hourly. Let's do fixed. Let's say you charge about £600 for something. The disbursement fees of £900 and the application fee is £90. You can add more custom costs if need be, and then you can generate the letter. Obviously, we have a template on the system, but you will need to add in your own ones through settings. You can edit these as you're going along, so you can have a property client care letter, immigration client care letter, family client care letter, and a general one as well if you're dealing with something more. And then you can edit and have your logo at the top, and then you can send to client. This will automatically go to the client and it will look like this. And then what the client can do is they can either print it, sign it back, send it back to you, or they can click agree or disagree on the email. And then what usually would happen is this part from green pending, yellow pending would turn to green agreed. You are also able to print it out, so if someone is starting to file in the office, you can still create it through the system and print it out and get them to sign on the dotted lines. So you can log in, you can send invoices through the system. If you do have any accounting software like Xero, we've got AI technology so you can put that in with the system, but you can create financial invoices through the system. Just give an example. Then you can put expenses, just example, £50. You can say if it's included or not, the date, issue date, the date due, and then you can generate an invoice. Then you can generate an invoice, and then once you're happy with it, if you want to have a look and check everything's there, once you're happy with it, you can send it to awaiting approval, and then you can approve it once more, and that will usually send a client an email saying that we've sent you an invoice. And usually the invoice looks like this. The payment for this application has been approved. You need to make this payment. These are all your details. This is the fee that we're waiting for, and so forth. And then if they want to, we have a client section available where we give clients login and they can view invoices and updates on their case. They can view a full PDF of their file. The system automatically makes one that says approved, your logo and details, client's details, and this is the amount that needs to be paid. So we have that through the system as well. And then once they've paid, you can then add on to transactions. So say for instance they've paid, add in £50, they've paid, how they paid, what they paid for. Let's say they paid for an application, they paid by card, these are the card details, and what bank they paid into, they paid into a Santander account, any other details, and finish. And what that usually will do is that you'll have a record of the system and the client will get an email like this saying paid, these are the details. So we have login transactions, you can send invoices through the system as well. Got the client care letter, and then you are able to send any other generic emails through the system. You can book in obviously the consultation meetings I've showed you, and then we have the activity log as well. You can update the activity log as much as you would like and label the subject of it. These are just examples. You can add in more with the pen, and then you can keep a trail log. If you press view all, you can just view them all at once. You can keep a trail log of all the information. And then we've got notes. You can add in notes. You can assign tasks to colleagues to deal with this case if need be, if they are on the system. And then what you can also do is you can add in courts and hearings. So you can lodge a court. Once you've done a court application, you can lodge this in and then submit. The client will get an automatic notification and it will be on your system as well. And then once they get a hearing, you can create the hearing and add in the details. So that way you can keep tabs on the client as well. So if you close that and then you go on to the all matters part, this part, you go on to court and application, you can see what people you've lodged and you're waiting for a hearing. These are the archived ones because they've got a hearing now. And then if you go to court and tribunal matters, to show you if there's any, is they want document storage. So document storage is basically, you can say rather than using third-party cloud storage as a hard drive, you can save all the documents here. So you can upload all the files. So when clients email you documents, you can drag and drop and upload all the files here and save them and make your own My Documents. And none of the documents are mixed up. They'll all be in one client's folder. Then if you go to someone else's, it will be there. And then you are able to have unlimited storage on that. And then we have a document. So that's something some of our competitors don't provide. So that's what I'm saying. It's really weighing the scale of what you like. Then say for instance you're doing a matter and then you need to send a documents list. We've got adding and viewing, and then you can create and upload your own documents list. And say for example you're doing this, and then these are the documents you need. You import the document, and then you create any additional documents that you may need, and then you put optional or mandatory, and then you save. This automatically gets sent to the client. And then when the client sends documents, if you do use our premium service, they will have a client section. It's not going to have any of these details. They can't see anything, but they'll have a client section where you can send them the login details here. And what they'll be able to see is their transactions, bills, client care letter, documents, and document storage, and the customer retrieval. These are the things they can see. Anything else is all personal and kept to you. They won't see anything. But the good thing is, if you do have that, clients can upload their documents onto your system and it will come up here. And then you can arrive and being reviewed. You can add in notes and you can communicate with clients. So it gives that satisfaction to clients. They're getting more out of the service as well in a way. And it makes it easier for you to manage data and information. It's more engaging. So that's one of the pros I would say about our system. But anyway, let me quickly go through the fees. I don't want to keep you for too long. This is our fees. You can go for a monthly one where it's a rolling contract,